Hi, everyone. It is me, Sailor Merc. Hi, everyone. It's me, Sailor Neptune. Michelle here, Sailor SeaWorld here, making a film inside the bedroom since it's going to rain soon. So, first, we're going to talk about a film that's called, Summer, Youth, Beach, and Ghosts. One of the sagas of Sailor Moon that Deke did not do. It starts out Serena, Amy, and Ray get off a lorry or a steel horse, and they're talking about this new guest house that they're going to. And Serena wants to have fun, and Luna says this is for sailor fighter learning, not to have fun, and she slams the door in some bin that Luna was in. And then later on, they're lost. They're in the woods. And then Serena, wow, we're lost. And Serena goes, "Oh, Ray, you didn't go it out right, you dummy." And Ray says, "You're the one that told us to go in the woods." And then then it starts raining. And a little girl named Sako shows them to the house. And then they get to the house, and the household staff, hirelings, are clothed as fiends because that's you know, and this Serena gets frightened by them, and they're like, about Amy and Ray are like, how, don't not worried about them and say like hello, you know. Then they go show them to their rooms, right? Well, the lights are out. And then the lights finally come back on, and the owner is there all irked and pissed off about seeing Serena, Amy, and Ray there. And he tells Cockaboo, "You, Sako, what I tell you about, you know, dealing with, hanging out with folks or talking to folks that you don't know." So then Serena's in her room, and the one light in the hallway isn't working very well. And one of the woman who's clothed as some kind of fiend shows up, and this scares Serena again. And Ray and Amy show up and go, "Don't worry," one of the staff says, "I'm just putting a new light bulb in this light, and dinner's about ready." So then they get to, I'm gonna go on my eye. So then they get to, to the eating room, and you know, they're all the staff are still there. One of them asks if they would like to have any more, and Serena's like, no. Ray's like, yeah, I'd like to have some. And then, Serena asks Ray, why did you choose to come here? Because it's cheap. And then Amy says, I kind of like how you're all clothed as fiends. And one of the staff goes, well, thank you. I like it too, as long as we don't have to deal with any ghost. And Serena gets all worried about that when they talk about the ghost. So then the next day they're at the beach. It's withdrawed. It's a small beach, and Serena's bitching about how it's a small beach, the ships are too far away, there's no one else, only them. And they start playing kickball, and then Amy and Ray keep knocking Serena over with the ball. And so Sako's watching them from the hillside, and Amy shows up, and they start talking. And then Sakapo's father shows up and says, what did I tell you about talking to folks you don't know? Then he tells Amy, you and your friends need to leave or you're going to see something truly frightening. So then, because Sako tells them that she thinks they're really kind, and he goes, don't think that about them. They're the same kind of folks that don't think that about them and have nothing to do with them. So then they're in the living room, I guess, or some room of the house, and he's irked or angered because Sako had this gift and no one believed that his daughter had this gift. So he wanted to show folks that she had a gift by having her show these fiends and frighten folks that came to his guest house. Only what happens is then all the staff are downstairs in some, I guess in the kitchen or some room in the house, and they're all, frightened about the ghost is going to come back, the fiend's going to come back, and they're all asking God and Jesus to watch over them and cast out the fiend. And then Serena's like, what are they doing? Oh, you know too now, the staff follower says. We can't tell them about the fiend or fiends. And then after that, well, the fiend goes out a run, and it goes after Sako's father, and he's so frightened about it, and there's nothing she can do about it because she's awake now. But then Serena becomes Sailor Moon, and Amy becomes Sailor Mercury, Quicksilver, and Ray becomes Sailor Mars. And then the only one that can truly beat the Fiend is Sako, and Sakiko beats the Fiend because her father tells her, look, I'm sorry that I did this to you. I'm sorry that I made you use your insight for, to frighten folks and to make you do things you didn't want to do with it. And after that, she says, go away, and the Fiend goes away. The next day, Sako, she's playing with Serena and Amy and Ray. And one of the staff says, you know what, I like working here, but I hope the Fiend doesn't come back. And he says, don't worry, the Fiends will never come back. So that was the one that Deke chose for whatever grounds, sake or why, not to do. Either because it had nothing to do with the Dark Kingdom, or because of what Sako's father was making her work her gift for, making her do things with her insight gift or something. I don't know. Where are the grounds of Serena getting hit the ball? I don't know. I, Sailor Neptune, Sailor Cyril and Michelle, and I'll see you later. Well, next film.